Hi, everybody. Welcome to Psychology 1001, Spring 2021 edition. Oh, and if I may add, completely online edition. Welcome. I am Professor Jay, the instructor for this class, and I think you're really going to enjoy this class. But let's talk about some basic things. First of all, how can we interact outside of these, my online presentations or assignments that I provide to you through Blackboard? Well, you could reach me through Skype or Zoom at virtually any time. Although the syllabus describes my office hours as Zoom office hours as Tuesdays or Thursdays between 3:30 and 5:30 p.m. And the fact is that I'm available outside of just those days. So anytime that you really do need to, to discuss anything with me, and I literally mean anything, just let me know by email and we'll schedule a Zoom conferencing and then proceed forward. What I'm going to do now is kind of like summarize some of the things that are in the syllabus, which you should receive by email. Oh, just as an aside, the course will be made officially available to everyone this Friday, which is officially the start of class. But I'm sending you the syllabus so you could sort of like get a little bit of a jump start and prepare yourself for that January 29th rollout. Okay, so let's just get into the course description. This course is designed to provide an overview of the scientific field of psychology and to relate that knowledge to life. By exploring the contributions of psychology to the human experience, we can develop better relationships with ourselves, others, and the world around us. And as you will see, you explore through the syllabus, the topics that I've chose between 8 and 10 of them centers around that very fundamental themes, developing better relationships with ourselves, others, and the world around us. Thus, our exploration will include topics such as learning and memory, biopsychology, lifespan development, and abnormal psychology. And there's more than just that as well. You'll find that in the syllabus. Let me just specify some objectives, which are some things that I hope to accomplish by the end of this semester. One is that you would have developed and be able to use the scientific perspective in dealing with the content of psychology. After all, psychology is a science, and when you get into the introductory material, you'll discover that is precisely what we mean. We say the scientific study of behavior and mental processes. That's one of the definitions you will encounter, but it's essentially places an emphasis on science. So in the beginning, we will be talking about the various methodologies that psychologists employ to study their subject matter. Another objective would be to understand and demonstrate the values of psychology as an aid to personal growth, something I just mentioned previously. Also, to identify the general value of psychology for those wishing to pursue a career in the social sciences. We always like to sell ourselves. We would welcome new professionals into this very exciting field. We also want you to be able to identify the fundamental terms in psychology, define terms and concepts in the different aspects of human behavior on levels of biological, emotional, and psychological. You'll discover what I'm talking about when we explore biopsychology and some of the other areas of abnormal psychology or psychological disorders, etc. That we're going to get to, that is psychological disorders, at the end of the semester. Okay. Now, another objective is, which is one of the reasons why I put research methodology up front of the course, is that you should be able to demonstrate an understanding of the use of experimental and correlational research methods and their appropriate applications in the social sciences. There are a couple of other objectives I suppose I could spell out here. but I'll leave that for you to explore inside the syllabus. Now, lectures, discussions, textbook readings, films, slides, and when possible, illustrations and demonstrations will be used and deployed through Blackboard in an attempt to present the material in a meaningful and varied manner. I hope, at least I hope I accomplish that. The questions, your exam questions, will be designed to encourage the students to relate current material to that which is previously learned, which is why you'll see in my emphasis, it's important to keep up with the textbook readings and to make sure you complete all assignments before you actually take the exams. I know that sounds kind of like a duh. Of course, you're going to read before you take exams, but you'd be surprised at some of the strategies, albeit ineffective, that students employ. Anyway, your textbook. Hey, guess what? It's not going to cost you a dime. The textbook is OpenStax Psychology 2E, and it is available for free at https://openstax.org. Heck, look in the syllabus under the section of textbook and use that link to get over to the area. I've also included in the course document section a PDF version of that textbook. And so look for it in the course document section of Blackboard when it becomes available. But since you are getting this PDF, you're getting rather this syllabus as an attachment anyway, you can avail yourself to the textbook even before the opening of the class on Friday, January 29th. Oh, by the way, perhaps many of you already have a free word processing spreadsheet database program like Microsoft Office. Well, you know, there are freeware versions of really sophisticated suites, and one of them, it's called OpenOffice, and you'll find that at www.openoffice.org. That too is spelled out in my syllabus. I use it for all my document preparations. In fact, some of the notes that I'm reading from right now is built largely on OpenOffice. Anyway, I cannot emphasize, or rather overemphasize, the importance of Blackboard in this online course. The course requires constant use of Baruch College's online Blackboard system, and I will post my weekly lectures, and they will always include other such relevant materials such as PowerPoint, slides, videos, and other materials that are intended to enhance your reading and learning experience. Please familiarize yourself with Blackboard. It is absolutely critical. I will also use Blackboard to post important course announcements, updates, extra credit assignments if I offer any, as well as your grades throughout the semester. You are responsible for all announcements and course adjustments made through Blackboard. If you are having any difficulty accessing or using Blackboard, you should contact the BCTC Help Desk at area code 646-312-1010 or by email to helpdesk@baruch.cuny.edu. Anyway, so some of the material that we're going to cover in this course, I'm looking over here. We're going to start out beginning on January 29th, chapters 1 and 2, which covers what is psychology and psychological research. And then we will follow that up with a topic called learning. After those 3 chapters, we will set a date for your test 1. Oh, let's just cut to the chase. I know it's spelled out in the syllabus, but you all want to know how you're going to get tested. There are going to be 4 multiple choice tests, each one consisting of 25 questions. The exams are not cumulative, and I'm going to repeat that. The exams are not cumulative. They will only cover the 2 or 3 chapters that precede that exam. Well, if you do the simple math, the means we are covering a total of 8 or 9 chapters through this course. And after every 2 or 3 chapters, there will be a test. So test 1, which I will probably announce in about a week or two, is going to consist of chapters 1, 2, and chapter 6, which is learning. And then, of course, other chapters that we're covering in the textbook, which I think is truly fascinating. Memory, biopsychology, lifespan development. Remember earlier, I alluded to this getting to know yourself and getting to know others. I think if you really invest the time to learn those 3 chapters, I think we will accomplish precisely that. And of course, from memory, biopsychology, and lifespan development, we will then have test number 2. Again, 25 multiple choice questions, and they are based on material from the textbook and material that are given to you in video presentations and or my lectures. Following lifespan development, we'll move on to personality and industrial organizational psychology. Why IO psychology? Hey, guess what? Baruch College houses the PhD program in industrial organizational psychology. So that's maybe one of the reasons why I included here. But as you will find, it is truly an exciting field. And I have had many students, introductory psych students, come my way, only to come back many years later saying that they had became part of the PhD program in IO psychology. I love getting those kinds of compliments when a student tells me that I've had such profound influence in their future endeavors. And after personality and IO psychology, we will move on to test. That will, of course, we will have test 3. And then our last test, which is 2 chapters, abnormality and therapy, right? You're going to just love psychological disorders or abnormality. There are different terms for it. Psychological disorders, abnormal psychopathology, they all mean the same thing. And I have not met a student who didn't find the whole area truly fascinating as well. In fact, after being exposed to material in psychological disorders, approximately 40 or 50% of students say that they want to become clinicians in some form or another. Well, I suppose I could go on ad nauseum, and then I would only end up boring the heck out of you. Oh, by the way, my lectures are not long. They're not killer lectures. I'm not going to force you to review me for 60 minutes. So basically, my lectures are anywhere between 12 and a half to maybe 25 minutes long. And always remember, you always could stop and pause and re-review at your will. All right, so I hope everyone is well, and I'm looking forward to starting with everybody and, review the syllabus, get the textbook, and let's hit the ground running. All right, guys, later.